In the Chicago suburb of Franklin Park, a routine school drop-off spiraled into a fatal encounter that has become a flashpoint in the immigration debate. Silverio Villegas Gonzalez, a 38-year-old undocumented cook from Mexico and father of three, was shot and killed by an immigration and enforcement agent on Friday, September 12, 2025. Federal officials portray him as a threat who tried to run down agents. His family insists he was a long-time resident with no criminal record who panicked when confronted. Here's what we know. That morning, ICE agents said they were carrying out, quote, targeted law enforcement activity, unquote. Minutes after leaving his children at school, Villegas Gonzalez was pulled over. Homeland Security claims he resisted arrest, accelerated, struck one agent, and dragged him, quote, a significant distance, unquote. Fearing for his life, the agent fired. The wounded officer was treated for back and knee injuries before being released. DHS later labeled Villegas Gonzalez a, quote, criminal illegal alien, unquote, with a history of reckless driving. Attorney Manuel Cardenas, representing the family, disputes that characterization. Cook County records show only 4 minor traffic tickets between 2010 and 2019, speeding and driving uninsured, none involving violence. Cardenas says his client had, quote, no criminal background whatsoever, unquote. Friends describe a quiet man who spent 2 decades in the United States, working long shifts to support his sons and girlfriend Blanca Mora, who believes ICE is, quote, lying about his death, unquote. Video recorded by bystanders and nearby businesses complicates the official narrative. One clip shows officers smashing the driver's side window and pulling Villegas Gonzalez from the car after shots had already been fired. Another camera captures agents parking in front of his vehicle, approaching, then his car reversing, moving forward, and finally crashing into a truck. A separate feed records 2 loud pops, believed to be gunshots, before the car rolls to a stop. The shooting took place against the backdrop of, quote, Operation Midway Blitz, unquote, a Trump-era initiative launched in Chicago days earlier. DHS said the mission targeted, quote, criminal illegal aliens, unquote, who flocked to sanctuary jurisdictions. The sight of agents in military-style gear, faces covered, has heightened anxiety in immigrant neighborhoods already wary of federal authorities. Local and national leaders reacted swiftly. Congressman Jesus Chuya Garcia called for a full federal probe and release of every video frame, including any body camera footage. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker labeled the death, quote, troubling, unquote, and demanded, quote, complete transparency and accountability, unquote. Latino civil rights groups called the shooting, quote, an act of state violence, unquote. DHS, meanwhile, says the agent, quote, followed his training, used appropriate force, and properly enforced the law, unquote. The FBI is assisting in the investigation. Several questions now hang over Franklin Park. Was lethal force justified against a man whose documented offenses were traffic tickets? What will a forensic review of surveillance and any body camera footage reveal about the moments before the trigger was pulled? And how will this incident reshape the battle between federal immigration enforcement and sanctuary policies championed by many cities and states? For now, a family mourns, a community braces, and the call for answers grows louder. The outcome of this investigation could resonate far beyond one suburban street, influencing how and at what human cost the nation enforces its immigration laws.